Hi everyone, I'm Monique with Open Gate Quilts, and today I'm showing you the March subscription box, and this is it. First of all, when you get it, as usual, you'll open it up and it'll have the little logo on it, and then it'll be packed. You'll always get a summary of what is in the box. So I include that here. It also will have this video on it, so you will know where to go to see what we're talking about. The first thing I'm going to show you is the magnetic pin wand. This is great. This is our notion of the month. This is great if you drop your pins, or if you're looking for a pin that you dropped and you can't find it. This is great for picking that up. So that is the notion of the month. Our first project is the needle case. This is our little project, and it includes everything, including the wool. And here is the needle case. And when you open it up, you can, as you can see, you can put your needles in, and it also has a little pocket. So if you want to put your threads in, that works out perfect. So that's the needle case. The main project is called Beach Balls. And Beach Balls is, this is the quilt here, and it is made out of charm squares, and it's also made using a Drunkard's Path ruler. Now I'm going to do a little demo after we're done on showing the box. We're going to do a little demo on this, and you will see how cool it is. And because some people don't like to do curve piecing or template piecing, I also included a just square, I've called them square beach balls, and you can do that as well if you prefer not to do the Drunkard's Path. But it's super cute, and if you look, this is the quilt right here. So this is beach balls, okay? So then those two, and this also includes all the fabric you need for the top plus your binding, and of course your instructions. The template is great too because their instructions are amazing. You can follow them very easy. She has pictures in it, and if you have any questions, go on her video and see how to do it, and it'll make it much clearer. I did change on how I did it, and I'm going to show you that, but I just wanted to let you know her instructions are excellent. As always, you get an Aurifil thread, and I chose white because the white is used for our background, so, or for our other color. So I made sure we did white so you can quilt using it, you can piece using it. It's a nice color to have. And then, of course, the last thing is an open gate pattern. It's an older pattern, but it has new fabrics in it. And the fabrics are from, let me see if I can see this. This is Glad Tidings from Maywood Studio. And it's just a really cool way to use a dark background and pop it out. So I thought this would be a fun pattern. So that's what your subscription box is for the month. And if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Let me go on to the demo. Put this away here. So now I'm going to show you how to cut and piece the Drunkard's Path. The templates are right here, and the first template is the template A, and this is the template B. If you have any questions on anything, make sure that you check in the instructions. Like I said, the instructions are excellent. She tells you how to do everything. She has photos on how to cut and how she pieces, and even some suggestions on putting it together. So this is great. You want to make sure that you look through that if you have any questions. So with the 5-inch squares, you can cut both templates with the 5-inch squares. So that's why I included those in here, because we're going to do a positive negative. First thing you want to do, and I've already cut these so they're all ready for you, and you're just going to line this up. And when I put these together, I put right side up and right side up. Now it doesn't matter if you do right side or wrong side, it's really up to you. I just put two right sides up, and I did double it so that I could have enough, it's easier to cut when I have double. I tried it with 4 and I found it wasn't as easy, so I went back to 2, and it goes pretty quick, so you won't have a problem. So you're going to line up your template B along your cut edge here. And then I like to use the smaller Olfa rotary cutter. It's a 28 millimeter. You can use a 45. It works just as well. I find this just a little easier to handle, so I went with the smaller. So you're going to cut, and then what you'll do is you're just going to cut this curve along here, pull that away, and then cut. Another thing that I included with your kit is I included an extra light or white and an extra dark. So if you mess up with cutting, you have a little plate. And then this is the next thing, and it's really important. You want to cut these little slits in here. And when you cut the slits, you always want to go away from the ruler. So you're not going to cut into it, you're going to cut away. And you just go in there and cut. And they don't have to be super deep. You just want that cut, because then when you open it up, you get those little V's in there, and I'm going to show you how that really helps in piecing. So we've got that. I'm going to turn this one around because I'm a right-hand quilter or cutter, and then you're just going to fit this on the remaining piece and do the same thing. You're going to cut it around that curve, and then you're going to go in and do your little notches here. So you got to make sure you get in there. All right, so that's ready as well. So now that you have them cut, as you can see, I've got my positive, negative, and I have the dark on this side and then the dark on this side. All right, when she shows you how to do it, she has you do it with the convex on top. I like to have the concave on top, and really it's a preference. You guys do what you guys, try it both ways, see which one you like, and when you do it, you'll see how you get used to it. So I'm just going to, and it'll take a little practice because it's something new if you haven't done curve piecing before. But the thing that I really like about the templates is that you do have this, so it stretches as you sew and as you pin. So I'm going to pin, I'm going to line this up, these two up, I'm going to put my pin in there, and then I'm also going to put a pin in my center. So I've got my little V's, I'm going to match those two up, and then I'm also going to match these two V's up, or little notches, and the edge up. And then I also do some more pinning. And this is where the notches really come in handy, because I can just line them up and they are right there. So I don't have to worry about them. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And what I did was I pinned a whole bunch and sewed. So I didn't pin as I went. I pinned like 4 or 5 of them, sewed them, pinned 4 or 5 more, whatever works for you. I just found it easier and goes a little quicker. So once I have that done, I'm going to go to the sewing machine and I'm going to show you how to sew it. You're going to want to use your 1/4 inch seam, and you're just going to sew starting at the first edge you pinned. You're just going to sew, and you don't want to go too fast, because if you go too fast you might get it out of control and you might not get that curve. And notice as I'm doing this, I'm kind of pushing it in so my edges are nice and even. And keep sewing. And don't sew over your pins, that'll mess up your machine, so you just keep sewing. Now I'm going to show you how she does it, where she has the convex on top, and she doesn't pin, but what she does is she sews, and then she stops, and she evens it, or she gets her edges nice and even, and keeps doing that. So she sews very slowly, but she's not pinning. Now if you have a needle up and down feature, that really helps, because you can always have it in the down position, and you just kind of, you're pulling the bottom in to meet the top, and you're meeting your notches. You can always pin if you find that you're not having much success with this method. I would go ahead and pin. And the reason I have a little bit more trouble is that I can see that I'm going to be a little bit off here, and but I'm not going to worry too much about that. So let me get my scissors. I'll cut them apart here. I'll do this. And then once you get them done, then you're going to take your iron and you want to press towards the dark. So you're going to press towards your dark. And you get your two pieces. So you get your positive and your negative. And you can see I've had more success doing it this way and pinning than I did with this way, but it's really up to you which works best for you. So that's how you use the templates, and if you have any questions on those, you can refer to the directions. They're great. You can check her video out, you can check this video out, or you can ask me. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the box, and we'll see you next month. Quilt, bind, and enjoy.